One night, I woke up around 1 a.m. with a strong tightness in my chest and a sharp pain in my stomach. I thought it would eventually go away, but it didn't. At around 4 a.m., I decided to call a nurse, and they told me to go to the hospital. On my way to the hospital, my chest felt like it was going to explode. I seriously thought I was going to die. I got to the hospital around 4:30 a.m., and I got my vitals checked, and that was about it because everything was closed unless I was dying. I sat in the waiting room until about 8 a.m. When they finally called me, I got an x-ray done on my chest. The test results came back fine, and the doctors decided to get blood work done. After a long wait in the waiting room, it was now about 2 in the afternoon, and I hadn't eaten or drinking anything because the nurse advised me not to, just in case I needed surgery or something like that.
Feed me! Feed me!
I got a CT scan on my chest and stomach. They injected me with iodine, which made my whole body feel really hot, really fast. It was very uncomfortable. Later, they took me into a room, and I sat by myself for about 3 hours. It was now about 6 p.m., and I was getting ticked off because I was starving. Many nurses came in and out saying that the doctor will be in shortly, and I'll most likely be able to go home because the results seem okay. The doctor finally came in and informed me that I had appendicitis. The doctor said I'd most likely get surgery and that I'd have to stay overnight. After a couple minutes, I was sent back into the waiting room, and I sat there for another 3 hours. While I waited, I asked one of the nurses if I was allowed to eat. She said I can't because I was getting surgery soon.
3 hours later.
Around 9 p.m., a doctor finally came to me and explained to me that I could either have antibiotics or surgery because it was an early case of appendicitis. I decided to just get rid of my appendix because he assured me that scientists don't even know why we have one. I was told that I was going to be kept overnight due to the surgery. He also told me that he would get me in the operating room soon.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It was now around 11:30 at night, and I was finally taken to a room where another nurse told me I was getting surgery tomorrow morning around 5:30. By this time, it was too late to eat or drink anything, so I had to suck it up.
Feed me!
Finally, around 7 a.m. the next day, I was taken into the operating room. One of the nurses gave me some forms to sign, and another injected me with something she said was the equivalent of 3 shots of tequila. She said it will make me feel drowsy, and I'd probably forget anything after that. Next thing I knew, I was waking up, and a nurse was asking me if I knew where I was, and she informed me that the surgery was a success.
Yes! Yes!
Anyway, I got back to my room, took a piss, and I was ready to go. They began my paperwork to leave because once I peed, I was good to go. Luckily, the hospital actually gave me some food before I left. It had been a whole 36 hours since my last meal or drink. I finally left the hospital and I got home safe, and I was a whole appendix lighter. Moral of the story, never go to the ER before 7 a.m. unless you are dying, because otherwise you will just be in the waiting room, bored out of your mind. Who knows, you'll probably even get admitted for the night and stay all day just like me.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.